Hi, come on in. Welcome back to Connie's Little Corner. How are you? Is everybody safe and warm? I'm really concerned about a lot of my viewers because I know there's so many of you that are in the direct path of this crazy winter storm. I'm not. Please know I'm safe. I'm too far south of this storm. The only thing that we're getting is rain and some wind. We're still in the upper 50s, low 60s, so we're okay where I am. But I do know a lot of my viewers. Y'all know Nala's Auntie Gigi that came on the adoption journey with me. She's been without power since a little before midnight last night. So she does have propane heat, so I'm not worried about her being cold. But there are other viewers, Darla, Cindy, Anna, Michael, Marie, possibly Jason. So many of you are in this path that you all have my prayers and my hopes that you stay safe, that you have made alternate arrangements, that if you are without power, that hopefully you have a backup source, or you at very least have a firehouse or a hospital or some sort of an emergency center, a warming center that has been set up in your community that you can go to. I know you shouldn't be on the roads, but if it means staying in your house and freezing your tush off versus taking a cautious drive to the nearest firehouse or emergency facility, take that drive. Just be careful. Just be safe. Okay. I know that I'm thinking of you and I'm sending my angels to watch out over everybody. I don't want any bad news. Okay. I did have a conversation with Mama yesterday. On Friday, I sent a message to Robert. You've all heard me talk about her caregiver, Robert. I sent a message to him letting him know that we were not in the path of the storm, that we were fine. We weren't expecting anything other than rain. I didn't want him or Mama to be worried. And Mama was worried. So instead of doing a Sunday call, we're going to get in the habit of doing a Saturday call. It's a little easier on Robert to do it. It's more convenient for me to do it on a Saturday because Robert and Mama know that I do these videos on Sundays. Um, and Mama also has Sunday is her most active day. She gets up early. She has an early breakfast. She goes off to church with a bunch of the people where she lives. And that's one of the good things that came out of me pissing and moaning and, excuse the expression, but bitching and complaining that nobody but me was ever taking her to church. Now they go to church. They take the residents to church on a regular basis. And of course, Mom is the first one out the door wanting to go to church. So it's a whole day. And then she has visitors come in and other residents have visitors come in. And it can be kind of hard for Mom and I to find a moment to have a private conversation without 20 other people talking in the background. If you know anything about dementia, pretty much at any level of dementia, it can be very distracting. If there's a lot of conversation or activity going on in the background, it can be very hard to focus on just the person you're having a conversation with. So Robert and I take that into consideration when we have our communications with Mama. And Mom and I had a lot of laughs yesterday, a really good time on the phone. She wants me to shrink wrap or vacuum seal some of my homemade cookies because she loves my oatmeal raisin and my chocolate chip cookies. So she wants me to vacuum seal some cookies and send them to her. I might just do that. But I am working on a visit with her. My birthday's in March, hers is in April. So I'm hoping to be able to schedule some sort of a visit with her right there in between so we can celebrate our birthdays and get to see each other in person. But for now, please know that she is doing well. She is, God bless her, almost 97 and can still sing beautifully, carry on a conversation beautifully. She's amazing. When I grow up, I hope to be just like her. Anyway, if you have not seen Mama yet, you can go into my playlists and you'll find a playlist in there that says Sundays with Mama. That has probably 10, 20 videos in it that Mama and I recorded together. And you can get to see her and see her sense of humor and listen to her sing. And I think a couple times in there, Mama and I harmonized a little bit to a couple of songs. Yeah. All right. Enough chit chat. Let's start off with the very first, most important thing. Today, I'm going to show you the contestants that you are going to vote on for our kitty cat contest. All right. Our cutest cat, our craziest cat, whatever you want to call it. This is our cat competition. We have 12 contestants, a lot of photographs. Each contestant has a set 15 seconds. They're all getting their 15 seconds of fame. So the video clip you're about to see is exactly 3 minutes long. It took about 4 hours of editing, guys, I got to tell you. And that's not even counting finding the music and putting the music in the background. That's just sizing, putting up the pictures, labeling everything, scheduling the time frame, how long each image would last so that every cat got 15 seconds. I was going cat cross-eyed crazy by the time I finished with that. But it was so worth it because I think it came out so cute. So here are the contestants. If you need or want to pause the video to get a longer look, please do so. Each of these images are anywhere from 3 to 4 seconds long. And there are, of course, multiple images, but each one is labeled. So go through this, take a look, take your time. And after you've had a chance to look at it, I'll tell you how we're going to do the voting. Okay? Go ahead. Okay. Now, adorable. I know who my favorite is. I already know which cat I would vote for, but I'm going to withhold my vote just as I did in the doggy competition in case there's tie. So I will withhold voting. The voting is up to you. You cannot, here's the basic rules. You cannot vote for your entry. So if you have 3 cats and you sent in entries for those 3 cats, you cannot vote for any of your cats. You must vote for someone else's cat, right? That's going to be the hard part because I know we all want to pick our own, right? Of course, I would pick her if I had put her in the competition, but no, we're going to be fair, all right? 1 vote per person. You do not get to vote for multiple cats. You pick 1 cat, 1 vote per person. So, Cheryl, you get to pick 1 of the 12 cats and cast your vote for that. All right? Can't make that any clearer. If I see duplicates, I will remove the second vote. The first initial vote is what will count. All votes must be on this video and this video only. I'm not going to hunt through a gazillion different videos or even a few different videos. This is the video where you will cast your vote. So when you're watching it, or even if you watch it later, this is where you come back to cast your vote. Okay? Promise? All right. I don't want to have to miss any votes. I don't want anybody coming back saying, Konnee, I voted, but it was over here on your next video. That won't count. All right. How are you going to vote? You're going to put the number sign, the number of the cat, and the cat's name. So, number 1, Diano, number 3, Jewel, number 5, I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head, number 5, Loki. All right, so that's how you're going to vote. You must include the number and the name. And please, no other comments on the vote. If you want to comment on the video on other things or why you picked the cat, please do a separate comment. All right. If you put, hearts, flowers, whatever the case may be after it, that's fine. But please, no other wording, because when I go through and I tell the computer what I want it to single out, I don't want it pulling a bunch of other stuff. I want it to just narrow down. So the number sign, number, and the name, please, and thank you. Make it easy on me, guys, because it's tough. I have to go through and double check and triple check. I don't want to miss any votes. All right. The voting ends at midnight on January 31st. So you roughly have a week. Today's the 25th. You have till the 31st at midnight to cast your votes. On February 1st, which is exactly a week from today, wow. February 1st is a week from today. That's crazy. On February 1st, I will announce the winner. Now, here's the thing. This is going to be hard to choose. Trust me, especially with there being a dozen entries. If we have a 2-way tie, I can break the tie. If we have a 3-way tie, right, I will put those 3 contestants up on February 1st and say, all right, we need to narrow it down. You guys need to vote again and choose one of the 3. I don't want to be the one if, no, don't put me in that position. All right. So the winner and or a 3-way tie will be announced on February 1st. You've all seen what's in the kitty cat goodie box. If you missed it, you can go back to the video where I show you everything that's in that box. And I did put a surprise item in the box that I didn't show you, and I'm not going to show you. It's something that you'll get whoever wins, right? Okay. You have to be my subscriber. all my subscribers are the 12 entries. I did double check that. You do not have to be my subscriber to cast a vote. Okay? This is where it gets tricky, guys. You can have your family members vote for any cat they want to vote for, as long as it's not your cat. If you submitted a cat that belongs to your grandbaby, you cannot vote for your family cat. An aunt or uncle cannot vote for that grandbaby's cat, period. But you can get as many people in as you want. Anybody who watches this video can vote for any one of these cats without having to be my subscriber. But I would hope that you would subscribe. This is kind of the things that we do. The next box that'll be coming up as a subscriber appreciation is going to be the children's box for Easter. And that box is packed full of wow stuff for kids. And it's not just girl or boy, it's generic children's items. So that'll be coming next. So if you're wanting to get in on any of these appreciation boxes I do, then hit that subscribe button. Oh, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know when I do post up a video. Before we go on now, I want to tell you, I have not one, but two orders coming from Temu. With this weather, I don't know. They were supposed to be delivered on Monday. Now I'm getting notifications saying that they're delayed in transit. It could be a week or more or 2 weeks before they show up. But please know, I do have two more orders, and they're multiple item orders coming from Temu. I have more orders coming from Whatnot. And even Whatnot is being delayed. Things coming just as far as away from Kentucky is taking 8 to 10 days. A couple of things coming from Florida, I was really surprised, is taking like 7 days. And normally Florida takes like 2 or 3 days. So the weather delays are affecting even areas that are not impacted by this weather storm. So please be patient. I'm trying to be patient and wait on things, but I've been accumulating some Superbuys, and I have actually 2 orders in here from Superbuys that we're going to go over really, really quickly. And I promise I'm not going to make this a long video, but I think you'll be interested in some of these things because even if you don't get them at Superbuys, you can find these at other places on the internet. And you might actually even be able to find them at Temu, maybe not for the same price, for the lower price, but you might be able to. So that's another reason why I like to bring you this variety. All right. So y'all know Superbuys has been like the first big shop that I ever went to. They are doing great. They have one of their regular viewers is local to them, and they actually brought her in to take over an afternoon show. Her name is Rachel, and she did her first solo show the other day. So I have some more items coming from Superbuys, but I didn't want to hold these up. So Superbuys is doing amazing. Let's take a look at the very first thing that I got. This is a tray of acrylic nails. Acrylic fingernails. I know it's kind of hard to see in there. Let's see if I can open this without them going everywhere. These are clear. Now, normally I don't get the clear. Normally I get the white. But this was such a deal. I could not pass it up. And I go through a lot of tips. I'm rough on my nails. I've been very fortunate for the past 2 weeks, knock on wood. I haven't ripped any off. But I typically go with the ivory colored ones. And I'll put a picture up here so that you can see. When I do a tip, when I do my tips, my nails look natural by using the ivory and by using the certain filler, by using the powder. So I can walk outside without ever putting polish on my nails and they look natural. These won't look natural, but because I'm always polishing my nails, I don't care. So this is a tray of 288 pieces in 12 different sizes. They go from 0 to 1. And then there's like a really odd size in there. But this tray typically sells for $10.99. I got it for $3. That's cheaper than I can even get them at my nail supply store. So I'm very happy with that. Okay. For Her Highness, recovery boot. I spoke with her vet because she has a habit of licking. You can see she's licking her leg now. She grooms herself like she's a cat, but there are times that she overgrooms one of her paws. And the only way to stop her from doing that is to boot it. So this is literally a little boot. There's the bottom, non-slip. A little boot that slips on. It has a little piece of Velcro over here on the side, and the Velcro wraps around and goes around the ankle to hold it on. This will prevent her from overlooking that paw. She has that one front paw that she does that with, and the vet has checked it out. There's nothing there. There's no sign of infections, no irritations, no foreign objects. The paw is clean. The nails are trimmed. The nails look good. I mean, literally, other than it just being a habit. And he said, and I agree with him, that most kennel dogs, out of anxiety, have a habit of licking their paws because it soothes and calms them. This is how, hopefully, we're going to break her of doing that. And this one is considered a large. It's for her size. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can break her of that habit. The boot runs, believe it or not, $20.90 for this boot. That's crazy. But I got it for $3. I couldn't even find it for $3 on Temu. Okay. Next item for Her Highness for Valentine's Day. Look at this, the stuffy. This is so cute. It looks like a rolled cinnamon bun. This is Dandy's World. Look at that face. Dandy's World Dino Snore, and she's called Shelly. She's even got a little hood on the back. She's got a little dino tail, little dino claws. Right. But everything is sewn. There's nothing hard on here that's going to bother Her Highness. But this is her Valentine's Day stuffy. She sells for $22. No way would I pay $22 for a stuffed animal for Her Highness. But I had a little bit of a discount and I got her for $2.85. 90% off. Oh, Nala. Does you want this? Want a stuffy? Want a new stuffy? Does she want a new stuffy? All right, off she goes. We'll see what she does with it. I know what she's going to do with it. Who am I kidding? All right. And the last item in this particular part of the order. Oh, and I didn't even open this. Hold on. As if she doesn't have enough stuffies already, right? I know. She has a toy box in the bedroom that slides into like a cube container that I have. She can't get into it. That's the only reason I use the cube container. And I rotate some of her toys out. She has her favorites, of course, like any kid does, right? All right. This is part of my organizing. Now, before I forget, I am going to go through and we're going to talk about, not today, but in a future video, we are going to talk about how I've organized so much stuff in my tiny home to have an enormous amount of space and easy access. One of you did send me an email asking me to help you organize. I want to let you know, first off, I got your email. Second, I am going to break it down for you because when I saw your picture, I went, this is an easy one. Easy for me. Might not be easy for you, but organizing, you need the proper tools, right? It's impossible to do anything without the proper tools. This is the cutest little thing. It's just the right size. Get that box out of the way. This is just the right size for, whoops, hold on. Oh, got to get connected here. It's just the right size for my shelf in my bathroom. It's a little slide out, little rack, not super big, just a little rack. And it comes with the extra holder. Oh my goodness. I hate having to cut all these things open. There we go. Makes a mess. Makes a mess. Okay. So it comes with this extra little holder that sits down in it. There's a little, see that little hook right there? It goes over the edge anywhere that you want to put it on here. So you can put it on the side, on one side over here. You can put it on the other side. You can put it on the end. It's for holding little things. And I thought, well, you know what? This is perfect for like those little miniature tubes of creams, like the Neosporin and the Cordate and things like that that you might have. This is perfect. Now, you could also use something like this for makeup, but I'm not using it for that. I'm using it for all those little odd things that it needs. It does come with the instructions on how to put it together. Everything is right there in English. Very nice, easy little tray. This, as I said again, this is going to go in the bathroom on that shelf, and it's going to hold all the little stuff that's a pain in the neck, right? All that little loose stuff that's either laying around cluttered, or maybe it's all thrown into a box or thrown into a bag. Easy access and visible. This tray sells for sells for $16.89, and I got it for $3. I don't know if they sold out all the ones that they had, but they did. What are you barking at? Oh, she's being protective. Oh, lucky me. They had several of them. When I was there the other day, I asked Bree if they still had more. She didn't think so, but they were going to check. You can find them at Amazon. You might be able to find something like that at Temu. I could not. I could not find anything small enough like that at Temu, let alone for $3. Right? All right. Let me move the packing materials out of the way. And I don't know if you can hear her, but she's definitely doing the protective thing. By the way, did y'all notice that Nala and I have celebrated already past our 90-day mark since her adoption? Can you believe it's been that long? I adopted her on October 15th, and we're what now? January 25th? 26th? I don't know what day it is. What day is it? It's January 25th. Good girl. Thank you. Mommy safe. Thank you. She always comes to me for acknowledgement. All right. Just a few things in this little order, and then we'll be done for today. I promised it was going to be a short video. Not one, but 2 bottles of top coat. I go through a lot of top coat. This was sold in a bundle Each of these go for $5.69. So you're talking what? $11.38. Ouch. For two. I can never get these boxes open the way they get them stuck down. So $11.38 for two top coats. These are good top coats, and they're big bottles. They're not a little bottle. They're a big bottle. This is a gel-like, not an actual gel, but a gel-like shine. So this is a long-lasting, hard top coat. Glaminade, like lemonade, but with the GL. Glaminade makes an excellent product if you've never had it. So two big bottles of top coat, $11.38 worth of product. I got the 2-pack for $5. That's cheaper than I could get my top coat any place else. It's a great bargain. Both of them. At one point, I thought one of them was going to be a base coat. See if I can get this one open and double check it. Bear with me. It's not cooperate. It never cooperates. Especially when they have these plastic liners on the inside. All right. Nope, they're both top coats, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Top coat and top coat. This will last me a few months. I do change my nail polish often. I'm happy with the price. $5 for those? Oh, yeah. Very happy with the price. Okay. The next thing from Glaminade. Big heavy box. This is polish remover, and it is a 2-pack of polish remover. These are 3-in-1. Okay. And it'll say on the front that it rapidly removes, let me see what it says here. Nail polish, gel polish, acrylic nail, dip powder, nail glue, poly gel, and UV gel. So this takes it all off. This stuff is expensive, guys. Now, yeah, I can get the regular 99-cent bottle or $1.25 bottle at, a regular nail polish remover, but I have to go through so much of it, and I usually have to pre-file my nails to get the top coats off and whatnot. Not with this stuff. This 2-pack sells for $12.99, and that's a bargain because this stuff is good, and you don't need a lot of it. $12.99 for the 2-pack. I got the 2-pack for $7. To me, that's still a steal because I know how little of this, literally one cotton ball of this, will take everything off all 10 nails, and that includes the top coat. And if I have to soak off a tip or a gel tip, it doesn't take all that much. I literally just have to make a little tiny puddle enough for me to put my finger down backwards in it, and it will soak it off. So there's no waste with these. If you haven't tried these yet, you have got to get them. It even came with an extra top. All right, let me put that over there. Now, keep in mind too, all these Glamourades, these come with little tips and instruction books. And their thing is they are big on making sure that you are 100% satisfied with the product. If you have any problems or complaints, you can contact them and they will issue you an immediate refund. I've had that in the past. I had to stop buying the Glamourade products because of their cost. When I retired, it wasn't much of an option. But when I was in New York and I was doing nails for friends, family, clients, that's the products that I used. All right, one more Glamourade. This one should not surprise you when I show you what's in here. This is a 12-pack. And I'm glad I waited because Bree showed a pack that was all earth tones. You know I'm not an earth tony kind of girl. Not on a regular basis anyway. By the way, do you love my sleeves? Look at these. This is my hippie shirt. I was digging in the back of my closet, rotating my clothes. I'm like, All right. This is a 12-pack. Neon bright nail polish. Look at these colors. This polish sells for $28.99 for the 12-pack. 28 bucks. You might as well say 29, almost 30 bucks for a 12-pack. I got them for $10, which is less than $1 a bottle. I couldn't even get it that price at the dollar store. But these colors are absolutely amazing. And I love the way the bottles are. Oh, look at this purple. Oh, look at that. They're all like little diamond-shaped bottles. I absolutely love these. Hot pink, blues, yellows, dark navy blue. And I love that they include the peaches and the corals in 2 different shades in there. So it's absolutely excellent. Neon yellow. So when Bree opened this one, I'm like, oh, those are my colors. And there was a bidding war for it. I knew how much these cost. So paying $10 for this pack, that was a no-brainer. I had already figured I would go up to $12 a bottle. So worth it. You can get this on Amazon. Even a 5-pack on Amazon is something like $12.99 or $14.99 for a 5-pack. These are 1-coat polishes. That's why I like these. It's like OPI. If any of you use OPI, you know that it covers in 1 coat. You don't need to put multiple coats on to get the true color. That's the same thing with these. 1-coat cover. Love it. Absolutely love it. And the last item in this box. Had to get it. Scalp skincare. Laboa shampoo for thinning hair. Hello. Even with a perm, my hair is super thin. What this does is this actually uses, let's see, green tea derived probiotic lysate, creates a healthier microbiome, and it balances your scalp so that you use. Apply to welt scalp and hair, leave on for 2 to 3 minutes, and rinse. Follow with a conditioner. You can get this as a conditioner as well. I'm just going to use it as a shampoo. I used to buy this again when I was working. I used to get this at Amazon. This was great. My hair was never as thin as it is now. It always had a lot of bounce and volume to it. My thyroid is the reason my hair is thinning out, not aging. It's completely thyroid related because it started when I was in my 30s. Yeah. But this stuff is great. It doesn't take a lot. It does come with a pump. And you only have to do like 2 pumps to get a full head of lather. It lathers it beautiful. But this bottle, $26.99. And this is only 13.5 fluid ounces. So $27. This will do for me, it'll probably do 20 to 25 shampoos because I always, when I wash my hair, I always shampoo it twice. So this will do technically like 50 pumps, but 25 showers worth of washing my hair, somewhere around there. So for $26.99, I got it for $5. That's a steal. Labo, if you can find this anyplace else under $26.99 and you have thinning hair, buy it. That's all I can say. Just buy it. You will love it. Your hair will get fuller and bouncier, and you won't have that stringiness. And also what I noticed too, I remember when I was using that, my hair wasn't falling out the way that it is now. I wasn't losing a lot of hair. I didn't have a lot of, hair in the drain or hair in the comb or in the brush. So it was great stuff. All right. So you all know what to do. for the cat contest, right? What video are you going to cast your votes on? This one right here. All right. In upcoming videos, I will be bringing you Temu orders. I will be bringing you more whatnot orders. I also will be bringing you the recipe for the hash browns. I did make a little bit of hash browns the other day and I recorded it. Hold on, I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, bless me. Anyway, so I've got that coming for you down the road. We've got organizing coming up and how to downsize is going to come up. I may do a tips and tricks video. Let me know what you think. I may do a tips and tricks video strictly on downsizing. In other words, purging, clearing out, downsizing items, as well as organizing as you downsize. And I thought, well, I could probably put that all in just one specific tips and tricks video. Let me know what you think, right? Get busy voting for your favorite cat, not your own, and not a family cat. And we will continue this hopefully on Wednesday, now that I'm mostly recovered from my little bout of, yeah, we won't even go there. Let's just say I dropped some weight, and it's not the way that you want to drop any weight. Trust me, it was a rough week. Everybody, please stay safe out there. Make sure that you have an escape plan, an escape route. You have a backup plan. And I know it might be a little late to say that, but it's never too late. Always remember your local fire departments and your local hospitals or emergency services are your best recourse when you're stuck in a situation. If they can't get to you, figure out how you can get to them. Keep your pets indoors. I don't care what kind of a dog you have. Even if you have a cane corso or a just massive 150 or 200 pound animal that's like a walking fur ball, they can't handle ice. They can handle the cold, they can handle the snow, but no animal, not even farm animals, can handle the ice that some of you guys are getting. It's just not safe. And I'm hoping you're all doing the humane thing, keeping your animals inside and keeping your animals protected. Her Highness, it's only raining today. She won't even go out in the rain. Good thing she has holding power, right? Okay, thumbs up. Hype. Get it out there. All right, into the universe. Share it, whatever you need to do to help promote the channel. I appreciate it greatly. And if you're not already subscribed to Connie's Little Corner and Life with Nala, come on in. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. Subscription is free. It costs absolutely nothing, and you're under no obligation. It doesn't get much better than that. What do you get for free these days? You get me coming right to you in the comfort of your living room. I know it might be a little too much for some of you, right? But in the meantime, stay hydrated. Above all else, please stay sweet. And she and I will catch you soon if the mail gets here with packages. If not, you'll be getting a how-to video, right? Love you. Bye.